Hi there, welcome to the Motley Crew, and as promised, this is Swedish Serenade Part 2. And this features Chin in the legendary Halland, Cheers in the Henri, and Odin in the Conqueror. Meanwhile, on the red team, we have Breck in the Schlieffen, and yours truly in the Starling Chad. Okay, as you see, we're on Crash Zone, and Chin and his div have spawned to the northwest of B. Seems to be common practice nowadays for divs to spawn opposite each other, so I'm not giving anything away by saying that Breck and myself spawned on the other side of B. Chin turns out he does set out zoning torps into B, and he's going to push round to the flank. Now, like all our div games, we're all in the same chat group, so there's a lot of spoofing and banter going on, as you can imagine.
Enemy force detected.
Almost immediately, myself and Breck are spotted. In fact, I think the International Space Station also spotted us. And as you can see, we're starting to push in towards B. Those are Chin's torps going down there. And he gets a hit. So there's obviously, as you can see, the P cap is turning for the red team. There is a destroyer in there, a red team destroyer, and he manages to catch it with a torpedo. I'm pushing up to that long island to support the destroyer, and Chin spots that and he pushes out some, well, what were initially speculative torps. He actually told me he was after the destroyer. Now, you may have seen this footage recently on Fleet Fun. I've now gone into reverse. I'm desperately trying to stop or slow down. But I'm afraid the old Starling Chad just keeps rolling forward, straight into the wall of skill from Chin. Well, that's it. That's my brief appearance in this game. Well done, Chin. He spots the Kleber outside the Charlie cap, and you can also see there's a Conqueror way out as well. He pushes in. There's a Shimakaze and a smokescreen. So they're going to turn the Charlie cap for the blue team. Yep, they get the cap. He once again pushes out zoning torps where that Kleber was, using his threat indicator as a guide.
Engine boost activated.
And he's now going to push back towards the Bravo cap. Meanwhile, if you look at the minimap, you can see that Breck and the other battleship, which I think is in Minnesota, have decided to change course. They're not going to push into B. They're actually going to push down towards A. Those are Shima torps coming out of B. There's the Schlieffen with Breck. Chin turns hard left, or hard to port, as we should say. And he's going to push into the Bravo cap, which has been turned by the red team, as has the Alpha cap. But the Bravo cap is now contested, and there is the red team Shima that he caught earlier with a torpedo. She smokes up. Chin gets torps out. And you can see right across there on the Alpha Cap, on the edge of the Alpha Cap is a red team Des Moines, although he's just taken a clattering from the blue team. There's also a blue team Shima in the Bravo Cap with Chin. Although it's still contested, obviously the red team Shima is still in there. Yeah, he is in Minnesota, along with Breck in the Schlieffen.
Engine boost deactivated.
So it's still fairly close point-wise, despite Starling Chad being killed. And there's the Shima. Chin gets shots on, as do other people. But he stopped shooting because he's now going to negotiate a wall of skill from that Shima. But the blue team Shima manages to get the red team Shima. So that's out. The second ship off the board. And the Burgoyne gets the Des Moines. So red team is now 3 ships down. You can see on the mini-map, Chiz had pushed in behind to support Chin. Unfortunately, the red team, Giuseppe Verdi, caught him virtually broadside from the other cap. So the blue team are now 1 ship down to the red team's 3 ships. Chin has pushed torps out towards where Breck is in the Schlieffen, but I think, yes, they have missed. They've passed between the Schlieffen and the Minnesota. I've spotted the Giuseppe Verdi, who's over on the Alpha Cap. Chin's eyeing up torpedo angles, and he spots a red team Shima, shots on. He gets in behind the island.
Critical engine damage.
Meanwhile, Breck in the Schlieffen has spotted Chin, and his secondaries start to light up. Chin goes skinny and pushes away. Giuseppe's on quite low health now. More torps out towards it, but the blue team Brindisi managed to get the kill. So red team is now 4 ships down, and we're 200 points, or they are 200 points behind. Blue team now have 2 caps compared to the red team's 1 cap. And Breck goes to the Brindisi as well. Red team are now 5 ships down. Not looking good. As you can see, well over 300 points in the lead for the blue team. Chin is pushing back down towards southern end of A cap. More torps out. I believe there's a Shima in that smoke screen. He's using his threat indicator as a guide. And he gets a second set off into the smoke screen. The Minnesota is now pushing in. Meanwhile, the red team Conqueror has picked up the Alaska on the blue team. But the Shima gets the Kleber. So red team is now 7 ships. Brindisi gets the Shima Kazi. I can't keep up. Minnesota looks like she's pushing in, but she's getting a clattering now. And the Conqueror gets another Shima, second blue team Shima. But the red team are down, well, they're down to one ship because the Bourgogne picks up the Minnesota. So it's just the Conqueror who's been sat to the eastern flank of Charlie Cap for most of the game. He has picked up a couple of kills, but apart from that, his relevance to the game is arguable. But he's now pushing round.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Red team have got this in the bag, haven't they? You see Chin pushing out for the Conqueror. He knows she's pushing round. His threat indicator's telling him that. There she is. Uses his torpedo indicator. And you can see shots coming in from Chin's teammates behind him. It's 2 sets out. Unfortunately, almost as if by sixth sense, Conqueror turns in, so she's going to completely miss all of those torps. But if you look up at the counter, we're going to count out very shortly. Blue team now have 3 caps, and it's only a matter of seconds, really. Chin opens fire, but it's all over by the shouting now. Yeah, there we go, we're counted out. Good game, Chin. He loves the Halland, he tells me. He really does. Yeah, here comes top. Well deserved. And good game to the Bourgogne and the Brindisi. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And we will have something else for you very soon.